Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show, the first episode of the Shenanigan Chef. Shenanigan Chef is recorded in front of a live studio audience. Now, what this show aims to be is a rough guide to those who want to learn how to do goofy shenanigans. However, there's so many tutorials on how to do stuff like that in survival mode, I figured, why not make one for creative mode? With command blocks, there's a whole avenue of things you can do. So, for those who are like me and want to very much annoy people that they care about, while being incredibly funny in the process, this is the video for you. This video is going to act as a sort of introductory course to the very basic fundamentals of how to do something funny with command blocks. So first things first, we're going to grab our command block and our churro from the fridge. And, well, actually first I should give you a slight tour. I'm sure if you haven't noticed by now, the live studio audience is always facing me. That's something I'll show you in maybe a future episode. We've got our good assistant Fredrickson here, as well as his home that will be not standing for much longer. As well as, if you haven't noticed, there aren't any slimes out and about. That is because I put them all in this cage. Alright, and let's not beat around the bush anymore. I know you're here for pranks, and I'll give you pranks. The first one, you don't even need a command block. This is the most simple command block, mild annoyance troll that possibly exists. You see this lovely house that we have for Fredrickson here, of course, and it's made of specific blocks. However, I'm sure some of you know how the fill command block works. You do /fill, and it draws a rectangle from corner to corner and will replace all blocks in that radius. However, there is a separate command that you can attach onto the end of it when you get all the command blocks. Let's do mangrove planks, and then we can do replace birch planks. And voila, his house is slightly different. I like to use this one a lot to make my friends think that nothing has happened. Gaslighting, classic troll. However, there's no limit to what you can do with this. You can replace any block with anything. It's as simple as that. I can replace everything with dirt. And would you look at this? This is absolutely beautiful. I hope you're happy, Fredrickson, because this is your new home. Nice and reversible. However, if you did want to make it more permanent to be extra annoying, you can copy all the command blocks you use to copy all the commands that you use to change these initially, and then put those into a command block that is repeating and always active in a nearby chunk so it's always loaded. That way, no matter what they do, or if they try and set it back to its original state, it will stay forever, as long as you decide. I almost forgot to mention, one of the most important factors of having traps set, or things like that, is force loading chunks. Minecraft runs in a certain way, so that certain chunks are loaded and certain chunks isn't. Such as, chunks all the way over there, they're just not loaded. Whatever's going on in them, not happening. However, you can do /force load and force a chunk to be always active. So if you have a command block in that chunk, it will always be running, even if you do not have the chunk loaded, as in being nearby. Which can be very useful if you have something set to detect when a player does a certain thing, like if they're standing on a polished blackstone brick, you want them to die whenever they touch that. Then you'd want to put that in a force loaded chunk, so that no matter what, if they touch something, they will die. Next up is one that's a bit more tricky, but it can be customized however you wish. This one deals with the team function. You can make teams whenever you want. Let's just make one called stupid real quick. Team join stupid me. And with these teams, you can make funny suffixes and prefixes that you can force onto your friends that they can't get rid of. With a certain set of command blocks, you can make it so that they cannot get rid of these no matter what they do. And the depth at which you make them unremovable depends on A, how much you're willing to put in the effort, and B, how smart your friends are. Because if they don't even know the team command exists, then hey, You don't even need to make it permanent. They'll just won't be able to remove it because they don't know how. But, see, I'm going to write the idiot stupid. So now, I can't actually see it. You know what? I'm adding Fredrickson to the team. Team join stupid @e name equals Fredrickson. And look, there he is. Fredrickson, the idiot stupid. You can change the colors as well. And the simplest way to make it so that they can't leave a team is to just, well, do the same as with the other one. And the easiest way to make it so that they can't remove it is to simply copy the command you did to add them to the team in the first place, put it in a repeating, always active command block. Now, no matter what they do, let's see. So now, if I were to do team, if I can spell right, if I do team leave, then if I keep doing that, no matter what I do, as long as that command block is staying standing, he will be permanently on this team. There are extra countermeasures you can take if your friends are smart enough to, let's say, delete the team itself or change the suffix to something more honorable, let's say. In that instance, you can simply team add stupid. And exactly, you can see in the output, a team already exists by that name. Now what that means is, as long as this team exists, it can't make another team with that same name. And in a different command block, we can modify it to make the suffix the stupid idiot. And now, no matter what, as long as these are here, as long as these three are here, no matter what I do, if I want to change this to the cool guy, it will instantly be changed back. And if you just have a couple of these, and if you want to be even more precise, you can change the prefix to something else as well permanently. You can set the color to something specific permanently. It's a simple way to make your friends look like a fool. However, it is player specific. I can get into tags on a later date, but that's a very useful way to make it a more universal thing. And I'm sorry, Fredrickson, you can be freed from your teams. And another nice and fun one is what I like to call the restraining order. What we're going to want to do is type in execute at whatever your username is, and then you're going to want to do run kill at a distance equals ... whatever distance you're feeling, let's say 15, and then name equals not whatever your name is. For my purposes, I'm going to make it @e so that it'll affect all entities instead of just all players. And then also add a condition that their name is not Fredrickson, because I like Fredrickson. And then, if we do that, and do that, then supposedly every single person that goes within 15 blocks of us will die instantly. Let's test it on this horse. Hello there. And it works. Voila. I will put all these commands in the description for any of you who want to just copy and paste. I don't blame you. Sometimes you just want to just copy and paste. And this video is for those people. Sometimes you just can't think up a good shenanigan and you want to just get a freebie. And I respect that. And to round off the first video, I think the obvious thing we need to do is make a nuclear bomb that instantly crashes the server. Now this command is very dangerous. I'm not lying when I say this will crash the server almost immediately, in less than 1 second. If all you do is execute at e run summon TNT. and then just 3 squiggly lines to indicate that it's at this specific position. Now, what this will do, I will explain this first, before I make it active, is every single item that is left on the ground, let's say this one right here, will suddenly explode. And what that explosion will do is create a big hole with a whole bunch of loose items in it. And all of those items will explode. And real quick math here, real quick. So let's say with every block that gets exploded, 10 blocks are created. And with 20 ticks a second, that's a simple equation of 10 to the power of 20. And if any of you know how math works, that is a lot. That is 10 with 20 zeros. That is how many items and explosions are on the ground after 1 second of this being active. Let's count how many zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This many items and or TNT blocks in 1 second. If that doesn't crash a server, then I don't know what will. And this is functionally an outro, so I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. I know it's a little short, but let me know in the comments below if you like this one and if you want me to do more of these. I've got a whole bunch of shenanigans cooked up that I can show you guys how to do, and I hope you go out and annoy your friends. I right-clicked the wrong thing. Oh. Oh. It blew up the lever. See, look. That was less than a second. If it hadn't blown up the lever, then this server would be kaput. I think it's being saved a little bit by the fact that it's super flat. It doesn't have much longer though. This continues on for infinity. As long as that command block is active, it will not stop. By the way, if you guys are actually curious, TNT isn't the only way to do this. If you just go and summon any... If you do this command, but instead of TNT put any entity, aside from just like item, it will crash the game. Because no matter how, it will, in fact, spawn so many entities that the game crashes in less than a second. I think the game has functionally crashed, because we're in a permanent pause. Alright, and as the server has functionally crashed, it's almost as if time has stopped. Let's just say... resounding success. If you do this on a multiplayer server, there is no chance it will not immediately crash. I think the only reason this one's still standing is because it's single player. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what else I should do. And I've got a lot more shenanigans to get going, so I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye-bye!